So by now you guys all know that my favorite fusion is Gogeta, and even though I don't really debate between he and Vegito, I definitely favor the former. For as long as we've known of this technique, Vegeta has absolutely despised it, which is one reason Goku is always so hesitant to suggest it, but fortunately he's always been able to convince him in the end. Dragon Ball Super originally gave us some action from Vegito kinda early on, and even Vegito Blue, but it wasn't until the Broly movie that the fusion duo was finally made canon into the main timeline. The move might be a little overused at this point if you count every adaptation it's ever had, but with each new introduction comes a new and fresh look at the abilities and how that character has grown thanks to the development of those that make him up. The same rings true for Super Dragon Ball Heroes, who has really been giving the fans everything we could want over the past 16 episodes, showing us Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Vegito, Gohank, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, but I think the one thing everyone is waiting on at this point is an Ultra Instinct fusion. The past few episodes of Super Dragon Ball Heroes has been focusing on build up for the Universal Conflict, and recently after the defeat of Kamioran, who had absorbed the Universal Seed and gained massive power, but still fails to Ultra Instinct Goku, Hearts was able to fuse with the completed version of the Universal Seed. With Goku completely exhausted from overuse of Ultra Instinct and Vegeta being pretty burnt out as well, Jiren and Hit are forced to fight together for the time being, which is something only heroes could deliver to us, but just how successful can these two be against one with the power to destroy a god? If you guys are interested in checking out Super Dragon Ball Heroes episode 17 for yourselves, it can be found all over YouTube in both raw and sub formats. And if you're enjoying the videos lately, be sure to drop a like to help us on that push to 300k. Lastly, don't forget to hit that notification bell to never miss an upload, and follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with all Dragon Ball related content. But before we get started with the video, I want to take the time to thank today's sponsors, Filmora. This one is especially for all my aspiring creators out there that we may have watching today, as a top of the line editing software can make creating much less of a hassle and twice as fun. Filmora provides just that, but with one of the most expansive programs I've seen, but it's also designed just for beginners and it's super easy to use. Being the best software you can use if you want to start off a YouTube channel with little to no editing experience, Filmora offers everything you could possibly need to get started, with a library packed full of preset effects, including audio, titles, filters, and so much more. But I think one of my more favorite features is that Filmora 9 lets you screen record right from the program, which could definitely be useful for my gamers out there. Filmora was used to edit this video as well, so if any of you guys have been contemplating maybe making a YouTube channel but don't have any idea of what software you should use, give this a try by clicking the link down in the description box below, where you can try Filmora for free today. Thank you once again to our amazing sponsors today, but without further ado,
I got swords on my back, set my right back. Ninjas with me, niggas doing stars at these bitches. Eating ramen noodles in the hood with my niggas.
up until this point, Goku has been amazing in his battles in the Universal Conflict after training with the Grand Priest for a short amount of time. Doing so allowed him control over Ultra Instinct to the point where he unleashed his first form of it at will. This did the trick for a while, but once Kamioran absorbed the Universal Seed, Goku was pushed to the brink as Mastered Ultra Instinct revealed itself once again. Unfortunately, this didn't last longer than defeating the giant, as Goku once again found himself drained of energy. Now, as Jiren and Hit stand before Hearts in his final form, we get a closer look at him and just how much the Universal Seed has changed his appearance. Hearts makes the first move as the spikes on his back begin to glow and the orbs forming behind him are fired at the fighters below. Hearts snaps his fingers and the orbs begin to move at high speed, almost like energy bullets in all types of random directions. This puts the Z fighters at quite a disadvantage, seeing as how the orbs are so powerful that they can't just simply deflect them, and they're in such close proximity to each other that dodging a bunch of random attacks just make them run into one another. All of a sudden the attack homes in, and this is when Hearts uses the distraction to take out everyone. Jiren, Hit, Goku, and everyone else is sent flying into the ground. This short exchange definitely does a decent amount of damage to most of them, but Goku, enraged now, rushes Hearts, transforming into Super Saiyan Blue out of desperation, but he's just sent flying backwards after being frozen mid-attack. Jiren and Hit rush him next, but meet the exact same fate as Goku, and then Hearts uses another one of his gravity attacks to completely devastate them. He even drags a gigantic cubed attack from the heavens above that levels the entire battlefield and everyone on it, and in one last gigantic shockwave, the landscape for miles is reduced to rubble. At this point, Goku has to know that they can't take too many more attacks like that, especially seeing as how he and Vegeta are already weak and injured, and Hit and Jiren can't be expected to last forever. Heart seems to only be getting started though, as the Universal Seed has given him unimaginable power and the confidence to carry out his goal once he's finished here, so he entertains them for now, as we see Jiren stating that he won't let him in the universe, with Hit replying that he has a job to do here as well. In true fashion to Goku, however, he isn't afraid to use all of his resources if the time calls for it, but with Ultra Instinct extinguished for the time being and not even being able to even uphold Super Saiyan Blue, their options are running extremely short. However, there is one last resort. As the wounded Goku flies over to Vegeta, he expresses how they need to join their powers, signifying that it's time to fuse once again. Surprisingly enough, it doesn't take too much convincing, if any at all, to get Vegeta to agree, as the situation before them speaks for itself, so the two step off into the distance to get started with the ritual. As everybody watches on, Piccolo tells the others to go assist Jiren and Hit to allow time for the two to fuse, and within moments, within that resounding flash of light, Gogeta is born once again, but this fusion is slightly different. As Gogeta ascends into the air, one thing I noticed right away is that he seems to be completely at full power and without a scratch on him, and while this may have been true for previous fusions as well, I think none may be more dangerous than this one. Following the storyline of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, while we have seen Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Vegito, this would probably mean that Gogeta has access to this form as well, even though it is specific to Goku. But one thing I find interesting is that this version of Goku infused into Gogeta has recently trained under the Grand Priest and gained some control over Ultra Instinct. With that in mind, even though this technique is specific to Goku when it comes to this fusion of Gogeta, will Gogeta still be able to access this power? A fusion of two of the strongest mortals to ever exist, both containing the power of the gods, and Goku has to some degree ascended beyond that. So just what does that make Gogeta besides terrifying? This is just something to consider, but I think Ultra Instinct Gogeta is right around the corner for Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up around Christmas time, but this is all just speculation from me, even though in my opinion it does make sense. That's gonna do it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching until the end. As always, if you made it this far, down below in the comment section, let me know what you think about Ultra Instinct Gogeta possibly, and I do say possibly in quotation marks, showing up in the near future in Dragon Ball Heroes. Now again, I'm not saying that he is definitely coming, and I don't know any secret information obviously, so it's just a theory on my part, but I really don't think it's too far-fetched with the way things are lining up in the show, so let me know your thoughts. If Ultra Instinct Gogeta does show up, I mean, can I say I was right? I did make a tweet early yesterday morning saying the exact same thing, so hopefully I am first if I am right. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video once again, and if you did, then consider leaving a like before you leave. Don't forget to hit that notification bell down below to never miss an upload, and follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with all Dragon Ball related content. But anyways, have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.